Hey, I'm Kristen. I'm going to share some divine messages. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Let it out, baby. All right, we're going to tap in. We're going to ask our angels, saints, ancestors, and spirit guides into our space for divine messages for our highest and greatest good. And so it is. All right, so I'm going to use 2 decks today. And we're going to see what spirit has to say. It says, working with others to create chaos and conflict. So you might have been dealing with a group, okay? They may have been creating some sort of stagnancy, some sort of betrayal, deception, some slander, okay? The confirmation for you that it was more than one, all right? I'm getting that, like, victory is yours, though. So we'll see what else we get. You could be someone who sees a lot of signs and synchronicities, triple numbers, maybe even signs in nature. So you could see like butterflies, dragonflies, birds, like birds of prey, or certain, like sometimes in the clouds, I see like a heart. So there could be like hidden messages of a little bit of, you know, magic. Okay. I feel like you're someone who witnesses magic. All right, I have ego death. So there's an energy here that either you've been through an ego death or someone's going through an ego death, okay? And it may have something to do with an awakening, a spiritual awakening or ascension, okay? Let's see what else. Divine protection by Saint Michael. So you could resonate with a archangel, Saint Michael. All right, so Archangel Michael protects you, okay? So you could resonate with being a light worker, okay? I feel like your past loved ones protect you while you sleep. All right, so you may feel like a lot of loving energy around you as you fall asleep. You may also notice it when you wake. You could be waking up early, like 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m., all right, just know that you have divine protection. There is a false masculine here, and they want you to watch for the red flags. I feel like they could be going to prison, or they're experiencing some sort of spiritual prison, some sort of restraint, some sort of restriction or blockages in their life. Again, spiritual awakening and ascension came out officially. If you're feeling like a weird push and pull with your mind, redirect your thoughts to be more positive. I have that they are around toxic friends, or you have toxic friends. They could be projecting their energy. Therefore, you're needing to redirect your thoughts to be more positive. They could be experiencing God's wrath and judgment at this time. Okay. Yeah, I feel like there's some health issues here. Mental health, physical health, spiritual health, and emotional sickness. Okay, we have health issues and spiritual sickness. I have an earth angel here, so you could resonate with that. You could also resonate with being on a spiritual mission, a special mission, a quest. And there is an energy here that you've been dealing with that was wearing a false mask. All right. And so they were heavily in their ego. So you almost would look back and be like, I don't even know this person. I have no idea who I was with. Could be family, could be friends, could be a love situation. I have ancestors are helping you at this time. All right. I have someone who's dealing with a toxic workspace. So this could be you or whoever else is in your energy that I'm picking up here. Don't take things if they don't resonate for you. Clarifying it's a narcissist, okay, that is surrounded with individuals that they feed off one another. They wear the mask. They're in the ego. They're dealing with spiritual sickness and health sickness. Again, like toxic friends, toxic workspace, toxic low vibrational devil energy. Okay. So I feel like your ancestors are helping you, okay? They're part of your spiritual team and protection. I always know when like there's certain guys around me and they always pull on my nose. New opportunity, take the risk. Okay, so there's something new coming and use your discernment, but it's for you. It's going to lead to abundance and financial stability and security. This is a blessing. Talk to your guides, okay? Your spiritual team, your ancestors, your saints. Someone's falling from grace, and it's this false feminine that was working with this false masculine, or they can be on their own. I feel like you're being asked to take a spiritual bath and cleanse your energy. I feel like the narcissist attracted a narcissist. Feminine, masculine, flip it, switch it, gender non-specific. Divine justice is playing out. I feel like someone violated universal law, okay, when it came to you. I feel like there's a lot of unhealed childhood trauma here that you're working through. And as a result, that might have been what called this in for you to learn how to work through your pain and suffering and heal it. You may have experienced a dark night of the soul, or the energies are experiencing a dark night of the soul. It could be this false feminine or the masculine. I feel like water signs are relevant, heavy in the water placement. So they both could be water signs, or you could be the water sign. I feel like there might have been something that they signed or agreed to that they did not read the fine print. I feel like if there's anything that comes your way, make sure you pay attention to the details. Okay, the details matter. Make sure you read it very carefully before signing. I feel like somebody may have agreed to something, and it might have involved like, again, like playing on someone's like addictions here. Okay, so there could be alcohol, drugs, sex, gambling, and money addictions playing out here for some of this energy, and that could be why there's a dark night here. There's something about this contract coming in. Someone may have entered into a karmic contract, not realizing that's what that was, and it's riddled with addictions, and there's a tower playing out here, okay? So this is like destruction and sudden change. All right. I feel like there's a player here, okay, masculine or feminine, take it how it might resonate, that, you know, surrounds themselves with sources to feed from, and it helps feed their addictions, their ego, their childhood wounds, right? It's like this, it's like a festering, it's like a feast. I feel like you have gone on a different path than them. You're focused on your destined path and purpose. I feel like, you know, their options are running thin. The player's options are running thin. Yeah, there's this reconciliation, watching for red flags. So again, like their options are running thin, so they may have to come back around. Maybe that was the plan. I don't know. I feel like you're happy without this energy though. I feel like you're enjoying your life. Maybe that's what makes them want to come back. I don't know. I feel like you need to watch out for the red flags. I feel like there's a time to make a wish, and it's coming. A wish is coming. Okay, so it could result in unexpected income if you've made a wish for that. What are you manifesting? A new job or career? I think it's time to let go of any bitterness, pain, anger, resentment. Let it go. Make space. Manifest the life you desire. Okay, that's what you're being guided to do. Let this dusty ass duster, you know, collect dust. I don't know. All right, your angels are with you and they protect you. Pray more, like it's your job. Look at someone's dealing with legal issues. Look at this. Divine justice is playing out, universal law. There was slandering, lies, okay, deception. They're a hater because you're happy without them. All right, so if you're wanting to know like why someone would go to the extent that they went, because you're a light worker, you're a healer, you're an empath, and anything that they have violated when it comes to universal law is being handled in the physical realm as well as the spiritual realm. They don't play about you, babe. They don't play about you. Okay, so anything else with this deck? You hear thundering. That storm's coming. Okay, we're gonna use a pretty blunt deck. Okay, so let's see what advice we get from here. I got some good cards though. I feel like if you're picking up on the shenanigans and, you know, confirmation of that, like this person worked with others to try to come against you. So what's interesting is that they needed to involve other people to come against you, right? And you're one person. They need a whole team against you, and they still didn't win. Okay, not that there's gloating here, like we all need to be humble, but at the end of the day, like what are you trying to achieve here, right? Yeah, like look at this whole like group, right? All fake, like they don't even have like, they're fake. They're all wearing a mask. All right, you shine bright because you got that light. You got that light. All right, let's get some evidence. Look at someone got caught up. Someone exchanged money possibly for temptation or to try to win it big or win it fast. There's criminal history now with this person. So the laws involved. That might explain the legal issues. All right, we do have earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I feel like someone feels like time's running out, like time's up. They could feel like they're on edge, right? Like the anxiety is like kicking and there's some sort of intervention potentially playing out. All right. I do feel like maybe there's this like not wanting to wait any longer. Then I have a commitment. So you could have had a commitment with this person, or maybe they want to circle back around. We did see the wanting to reconcile, but this can also be somebody new. So that there may be like this press to come into your energy because someone new could be coming in. And once that soulmate comes in, like they're SOL. All right. So they could be feeling the pressure to head your way. All right. So what do we need to know? What else? What else? Jealousy. Yeah. Someone doing things for the sake of attention. So this could be them or who they're associated with. I mean, I did get the player card, so that tells me like this person seeks outside validation. They're very petty, very envious, and they're venomous. It's a snake that bites. And it's poisonous. So this person is like venom. Okay. What do we got over here? I feel like you're happy, you've gone through a transformation, you're devoted, you're loving, you're feeling complete, you can't stop smiling. This deck should have been called the smart ass deck, because I'd be a smart ass. All right, what do we got? Yeah, there's some sort of like responsibilities when it comes to family, childhood. I feel like somebody wants to play. They don't want to, actually be responsible. I feel like someone's very immature. And I'm also getting like there was innocent children involved in whatever maybe was going on here, or there's an innocent child, right? Or this is as a result, like there's something going on that's causing for somebody to be held responsible. You could have children, they could have children, you could share children. Children are a factor here. All right. One more, okay. All right, we have, yeah, okay. This explains the children. All right, so someone may have gotten someone pregnant, okay, or entrapped someone with a pregnancy. I feel like there's a mother figure here, all right, and there's children and being responsible for these creations. This could have happened while you were in a relationship with them. Therefore, there was this whole relationship playing out, situationship, a love triangle. The other woman, a secret hookup, all right. And then I feel like there was this like getting away, right? And having this experience. This could be you wanting to run away in the sunset or be on an adventure or vacation, or this is what maybe this person desired. And as a result of that, they have contracts, right? A karmic contract came of this. We did see, you know, read the fine print. So maybe they, through this process, they ended up getting intertwined here with something that, you know, maybe was a contract they didn't realize that they would be signing up for. All right, so there's something here when it comes to someone being in a third party, some sort of situation, and there could have been entrapment or a pregnancy here, or someone may have lied about this or whose child it was. So I have a bit of deception going on there. Something around spring here. I feel like there's maybe some proof, screenshots, proof, trash. Someone could be throwing stuff out, trying to get rid of the evidence, okay? Because we do have evidence here. So there's proof of misdeeds here, and someone's trying to clean up, okay? So whatever evidence is not found. Someone needs to let go. Someone is removing themselves. There's that reconciliation again, union energy, coming back, second chance, and wanting to rebuild. So heads up. There's evidence. There's things that they're trying to delete and get rid of because there's proof of what they did behind your back. And they have to get rid of all of this if they want to come back to you. So they can deny what you already know and what you knew this whole time. So they're like, if there's no proof, it didn't happen. But you're smarter than that. There could be a lot of emotions. Okay. Heavy, heavy on the emotions. So whatever they did, catching up to them. More water sign energy. Okay, water signs, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I have someone watching your profile, maybe from a fake one. They're hiding themselves. They're plotting and they're using social media. They could be looking at old photos of you, remembering the good times that you had, thinking about you, maybe dwelling on the past. They understand they're in a very unsatisfactory situation that they find themselves. They're receiving the bare minimum with this person. They're losing interest in the situation that they're in. They may feel a very strong connection to you. There could be like mirrored emotions, or you may feel like there's a bit of reflection of soul. It does say twin flame, so take it if it resonates, but don't make it fit. Twin souls are very rare. Gotcha. Look at heartstrings, pulling on them, mind games, and taking advantage of people. Right? String along. Okay, someone strings people along because they want to continuously dip in and out so that they can fill their own cup, but not actually have to reciprocate any of it. So they use other people and they string them along just to keep them kind of trapped and attached to them, because again, that feeds the ego. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot here when it comes to trauma. You could feel very guarded, or they're very guarded, very defensive. There's even a blocked heart chakra here. So I'm getting like that's why they string people along, is because they're emotionally unavailable. Okay, I feel like you have a new boo, all right? Happy place, seeing somebody new, new love, and enjoying one another. You may connect with them in your dreams. You may visit the spirit world. You may receive downloads and confirmations in all the beautiful ways, right? Cool. Okay, yes, we have some more. Okay, this one, options. This card says doing them. It also talks about juggling connections, addictions, and player. So you could have been dealing with somebody, you know, and it's almost like whatever happened with you is like happening to them, but through another person. That's like that other person, that third party, is their karma. Bet you never thought that was going to happen. Air signs: Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So it's like they attracted exactly what they are so that they could have a mirrored soul to learn from. Just like you may have had some things in common with them from a trauma perspective, okay, so that they could mirror back to you things that you needed to heal. And then there's that triangle. I feel like they're extremely unhappy. They're very easily triggered. They could be in rage energy. I'm also getting there's a lot of childhood wounds. They could be having flashbacks. They could have gotten caught in the act. I was picking up on that. I feel like they got caught in the act. All right, and as a result, like there's evidence of this. There's proof, there's law enforcement. It could have been related to some sort of temptation. I feel like there's addictions related to this. All right. And I feel like this third party knew that. I feel like they had some addictions, some wounds that are in common. And so they just fed the addictions, they fed the wounds to the point where, you know, things have blown up. All right. It's almost like to the point of no return. I feel like the person that they trusted the most is the one who's going to do the most. And in this regard, I would say, you know, this energy that I'm picking up on that is ready to explode and is extremely triggered, you know, could be feeling ashamed, humiliated. I feel like they focus on like appearances of things. We did get the narcissist card, right? I feel like this prison, this physical or spiritual prison, is related to this evidence card, okay? And I'm getting like they could have been caught in the act and it's really humiliating for them. All right, bottom of the deck says secrets, exposure, being judged, and hidden truth. So I feel like someone's dirty secrets are coming to the forefront to be exposed. I feel like there's an energy that's obsessed. They're holding on. They can't let go and they're very clingy. I also have someone in regret, okay? They're distant, they're ashamed, they're guilty, and they're blamable. I feel like you're showing up in your divine feminine energy, whether you're masculine or feminine, it doesn't matter, or non-binary. I'm getting your leader, you're tapping into intuition, you're an empath, and you're a healer to others. This person is beyond your touch, all right? This was surrendered to the divine, okay? I feel like there's this confusion. There's this love lost. There's feeling invisible, unseen. emptiness and wanting to run away. So I'm getting like this could be that energy I'm talking about, that's in that being in regret, feeling ashamed. They could be dealing with some serious consequences here, life-changing consequences. They're wanting to reach out so bad. All right, so I feel like they could be seeing signs, synchronicities, angel numbers. Okay, they could want to speak with you. There's an energy here that you may have some telepathic communication with. When we were using the first deck, we were pulling a bit of like, you know, if you need to change your thoughts to something more positive, then do so. Okay, there are decisions. Okay, and I feel like this person waited a very long time. I feel like their plans were to come back to you, all right, but they were procrastinating and they were indecisive. And as it works out, it's too late, right? We saw that deadline here. They're feeling that they've procrastinated and waited too long, and now they're feeling like time's up, all right? I also have that there was some partner-to-partner activity that they took a chance on, a risk, and they're regretting it. They made unsafe decisions and they weren't thinking. And as a result, they could be paying the price of that. Is there anything else you want to share? Okay. I feel like summertime, okay, which is now, depending on where you live. I feel like there's something coming in that's going to let you know that like they enjoy you, they want to get to know you, there's some good vibes, and there could be some flowers in your future or some nice gesture. All right, so I feel like you're calling in somebody who matches your energy, okay, after healing from this past. I feel like it's game over. They were playing the revenge game, and it's game over. These are patterns. This is something that they've not just done with you. I feel like this is their patterns, okay? I feel like it's time to enjoy the show. They've been wanting to get even, and it's a lot of childish behavior playing out here. I feel like self-love is the best love here. I feel like you're accepting the experience and what you've learned. Most importantly, yourself. I feel like you have great intentions and you're self-aware. I feel like this is what's lacking over here. None of those things here are, it's a challenge because, you know, this is someone who's ravenous. This is someone who is insatiable. This is someone who will never find love because they're looking in all the wrong places. All right. I feel like they need to find self-love so that they can have respect for themselves. I feel like they have uncontrollable desires and a hunger for pleasure. And I feel like that's the addiction. Okay. At least one of these addictions is to, you know, try to satisfy something that is outside of you when it really is within you. And so someone is looking elsewhere instead of going within. All right. So love comes from your heart. Okay. So someone is trying to like fill that with others. Okay. Because when they do that, it's like that quick satisfaction, gratification, and, you know, yeah. I was getting like guilt, insecurity, fear, jealousy, hatred, anger, rage, right? Those are all on the downward spiral, okay? If we're looking at the vibrations here, okay? And so they're, you know, in the lower chakras, if you will, okay? Someone wants to show up, okay? And I'm getting like this would not be something that you would invite. So it's unexpected. It could be a phone call. I feel like they also could just be driving around the house trying to see if anyone's at your house. What are you doing? They're spying. They're spying online, and there could also be spying in person. I feel like this is not for everybody. I feel like someone wants to work it out. They may want to negotiate something, some sort of terms. They could even go to the level of begging. All right, I feel like they're pretending, okay? I feel like their days of pretending are over. They could actually be someone who has weird behavior, or they've been exhibiting weird behavior because the mask is off. People are seeing them for who they are. All right, they could be a people pleaser, and as a result, like they put on a front, like they're the nice person, like, oh, sure, I'll help you with that, right? But behind the scenes, they have ulterior motives. I also have, for some of you, this person has some sort of alternative lifestyle that they do behind the scenes that nobody knows about. And I'm getting like that's part of what maybe feeds this ravenous energy. And then I'm also getting, we also have the options, so addictions and player here. And then I also have, where's that card? There's secrets coming out. And again, there was money exchange for temptation here. Again, there's this pregnancy here, and then there was secrets being revealed. And someone's in the closet, and there's secrets being held, and I feel like somebody knows about somebody being on the DL. All right, so right now there could be like a no contact situation. People are creeping, profile creeping on social media because you have everybody blocked, okay? So it's almost like they have to go through other profiles in order to get to you, all right? So you're surrounded in protection, all right? I feel like this is a lot of information for anybody, okay? So is there anything else messages-wise that you want to share, Spirit? No, okay. So these would be the messages for today, guys. Again, please don't take anything that doesn't fit, all right? This is clearly for whoever needed confirmation today and knowing that like things are playing out the way that they're meant to play out so that they learn from one another. All right, I feel like you've learned quite a bit already. I feel like your contracts or your contract in this situation has been closed. You were guided away from this energy because they were not who they said they were. And they were not operating in a place of love, okay? So they're finding out, people are finding out who this person truly is and what they've been doing behind the scenes. The secret's out, okay? I was looking for that card, there it is. All right, this could have been like a twin flame to you too. Doesn't have to be though. Usually twin flames, you know, if it, in the context of an awakening process, they're meant to trigger you into your healing. And I would say that happened. All right, that, you know, that happened if you're, you know, connecting to this. Yeah. All right, so they could be reacting from a place of feeling entrapped. So proceed with caution, all right? And just know that you are surrounded by your angels with protection. All right, continue to focus on what you desire, not what you don't desire, because the universe doesn't know the difference, y'all. So be very clear in your intentions and operate from a place of love if you can. Try to rise above the situations and choose your path wisely, right? Every thought, every action is recorded, and there's a response to that, okay? That's the law of cause and effect, as well as the law of rhythm. So it might be helpful to learn some of these universal laws if you are on that ascension journey and path. It certainly will help you navigate some difficult situations. Yeah, that's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed yourself. I certainly did, and I'll see you on the next reading.